Well, hello again, everybody. Thanks for joining me again for another Bible review. And today I've got the pleasure of reviewing an R.L. Allan Longprimer in navy blue goatskin, Highland goatskin. You may have seen my previous video on the R.L. Allan Longprimer, which was the Sovereign edition, and that was the silver line. And that one is designated as the 63, while with this one, Allan designates it as a 53. And they're made very similar, but the big difference is the size. And there is a link in the description below to the review I did on this one, as well as some other reviews you may find helpful. But that's the basic difference, is it's going to be in the size. There's a couple other minor differences, but that's the big thing you're going to notice. This is a really nice Bible. It comes in a various number of colors. So I like the blue, of course, so I got blue. What makes this one, I think, particularly unique is the size of the font in relation to the size of the Bible. It is a nice big font, and it's easy to read. So there's a view of that. And typically when you get I think this is about 11-point font, what it says on their description on their website. And when you compare it to the font in the bigger Longprimer, you can see it's actually the same. And the boldness in the type is also, the bold type is maybe a little darker on the 63 than it is on the 53, but the font is very, very similar. And in this one, the margins happen to be smaller, so the page size is smaller, so you can get a smaller Bible. I mean, I'm really considering using this as my primary. The reason I hesitate is just because they only offer this in a King James version. R.L. Allan has a lot of different translations you can get, but a lot of them are rebinds, so you got to be careful on that. You can check out my video on what premium Bible publishers, what you need to know, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what to expect on the different Allans. But Allan's flagship Bibles are their Longprimers, and you can only get those in King James. So if you like the King James version and that's what you read anyway, this is going to be your Bible right here. I don't think you're going to find a Bible better than this one. This is absolutely superb. Okay, starting on the outside, it's got a Highland goatskin cover. This Highland goatskin is starting to become a little bit hard to find. I guess they're going to stop using that goatskin because it's harder to get for a couple of different reasons, mainly the turmoil that's going on in Africa right now. But the Highland goatskin is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and it's just really soft. It's got a nice grain to it. Of course, it does have the full yap, and it's not super thick, so the yap does do a really good job of covering the art gilt edging. And then the spine is typical Allan spine. You've got the tooled in ribs here. It says Holy Bible, Concordance, and then their logo on the back. So a very, very clean spine like you find on the Allans. You can see in the back they always do the Allan binding. This is just a prayer card I happen to have in there. It doesn't come with the Bible. It does have the dual art gilt lines on the inside. The dimensions on this are 10 inches long, and this is the outside dimension, 10 inches long by 6 5/8 inches wide, and then it's about 1.5 inches thick. Now these dimensions can kind of vary a little bit just because of this yap. So when I'm measuring it, I'm just measuring it as it sits like this with the yap somewhat kind of curved over. So if you were to push them down, obviously it would be shorter and thinner. But it's an overall very, very portable Bible. It's 2.5 pounds, maybe it's closer probably to the 2 pounds. It's a nice weight on this Bible. And then opened up, it is exactly 11 inches from this page tip to this page tip. So really nice overall size and dimensions on this Bible. It's almost perfect. And I don't think it could get much better. I mean, like I said, with the combination of the print and the font and the size, it's just really nice. It's very good for overall use, easy on the eyes, and also easy to carry. So moving inside, it is edge lined. of course. And like I said, it's got the dual art gilt liner there. It's got a nice calfskin inner liner here, which is very soft and beautiful. Real good heavy cardstock end page there. And it's got the family records and the children, marriages, etc., grandchildren, like you're going to find with these Allans. And you can see this is the R.L. Allan and Son publishers, of course, London, Glasgow, and Holy Bible Authorized King James Version. And it does have chain references, so you can see it is printed in the Netherlands on acid-free paper by Royal Youngblood. And then they have the dedicatory epistle there to the king in the front, tell you how to use their references, and then of course it lays flat in Genesis. I mean, this does have some overcasting right here, which you're going to find in the Allans. It helps support the Bible and make it more durable, and also helps it lay flat, but this does lay very flat in Genesis, as you can see. And being an Allan binding, I mean, it doesn't lay any flatter. You know, super flexible. I mean, that's what Allan's known for, and of course they don't disappoint on this one either. It does have 3 red Beresford, or 3 red ribbons, which I think are Beresford. They're high quality ribbons. They always cut them nicely at an angle. And then to give you an idea what the font looks like. Real easy to read. It's not line matched, but the opacity of this paper and the boldness of the font makes it really hard to tell that it's not line matched. So I don't really consider the fact that it's not line matched. Pardon my thumb there, I smashed it, so you've got the black the black spot on there. Of course, it's got the blue under gold art gilt edging, so that's one of the subtle differences between the Sovereign 53 and the Sovereign 63 in blue. The 63 in blue is what they call a silver line. You can see it's silver, blue under silver. So it's got the silver art gilt edging. And then the silver line has silver ribbons instead of red. Okay, moving to the back of the Bible, it does have a dictionary of dictionary of scripture proper names, subject index, and concordance. So it does have some helps there in addition to the chain reference system, which is pretty helpful. And then it does have index to maps, which is extremely helpful as well. And here it does have your lined paper, which Allan does in their Bibles. Another nice little feature there. So here's the maps, Oxford maps, very nice Oxford maps that you find in the Allan Bibles, in the Longprimers. It's not a glossy type matte paper, but it's a little bit thicker than the rest of the paper in the Bible. Super. And you can see, look at the corners here. Very, very nice corner work. Very professional. Most superb corner work you find in any Bible. It's done by Allan. So I was very, very pleased with this Bible. This is actually a Bible I could see myself using every day. Moving on to my Barron's Bible ranking systems. I will put a link in the description below so you can check that out and see a little bit more detail on how I do this. But I apply this Bible to that ranking system, and this is a system designed to find a Bible that's both portable and readable. This one scores very high. Actually, this is the highest scoring Bible I've actually reviewed. If they offered this in different translations, then I think this would actually probably be the perfect Bible. It's just exquisite. So how it ranks is in the portability, I give this a 5. It's very portable, the size and the weight of it. Gets a 5 in readability. Of course, it's very readable too. Like I showed you the font there. Just really nice, bold, 11-point font in a nice, handy-sized Bible. Portability. Cover and binding, it doesn't get any better than an Allan, so of course this gets a 5. Cover and binding is just amazing on these Allans. They set the bar for cover and binding. the full yap and everything. Design and creativity. Now, the design and creativity, that's sometimes people confuse that with overall beauty and craftsmanship. And what I'm doing there is I'm focusing on the text block. So the art gilt, and then also if there's any special designs on the text inside. So you don't find that on a whole lot of Bibles, but this is a good Oxford text with the blue under gold art gilt. I give it a 4. They did some different cool little things that paid attention to detail, like maybe different color, chapter titles, just something to give it a little bit more creativity. Then I would score it a bit higher on that, but a 4 overall is pretty good. Beauty and craftsmanship, it gets a 5. I mean, the overall, the difference between design and creativity and the beauty and craftsmanship is beauty and craftsmanship. I just look at the whole Bible all the way around, from outside to inside, everything, the way they did the ribbons on it, the yap on it, the tooled edges, the nice clean stamp Holy Bible. This is beautiful. It's really, really nice. The only thing that, in my personal opinion, they could have done better is just leave the gold off the front there. Just do a dry stamp, maybe a logo like Skylar does, or just leave it even blank like they're doing, like Allan does on their New Classic Readers. I still think it deserves a 5 just because it is so beautiful and such a useful Bible. Unique features, I give it a 4. It doesn't have anything super special. There's no introductions to the chapters, but and of course concordance. I mean, you can find a concordance in most Bibles today, so I don't give it a lot of points for that. Maps, of course, it's got some maps. It does have a map index though, and it does have the lined paper. So I do give it a 4 for unique features. And then rarity, it's a 4.5, and the reason I did that instead of a 4 is because you have to buy this at evangelicalbible.com or from Allan Direct, and this Highland Goatskin is I think gonna go away. At least there's talk of it maybe not being used anymore. And I know Allan did move to their Ludlow bindery, so they're getting their stuff bound by Ludlow now. So I hope you enjoyed the review. If you're thinking about buying one of these, you're not going to be disappointed at all. Especially if you're a King James fan, you're not going to find a Bible better than this one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got a lot more videos you can check out. Thanks for watching, and God bless.